Hi, in this video we are going to see Solace messaging. So how to connect to Solace and how to drop the message to Solace and also how to receive the message from MuleSoft we are going to see today. Before that we are going to create a cloud-based account in Solace and we are going to log in and we are going to create a broker and we are going to start that service. And after that, once the configuration is complete, then we are going to kind of send the message to this topic and we will act as a subscriber to subscribe the message from that particular topic. So in the messaging, for example, if you wanted to share any kind of information, for example, you wanted to send the product data to multiple system, then what it will happen in the real-time scenario, the product management system will push the data to the topic, and from there, whoever wants to receive the subscriber, whoever wants to receive those kind of data, for example, the product data needs by e-commerce channel, product data needs by POS channel. So the different channel can subscribe the data. The source no need to know who wants to subscribe it. So they can simply send it to topic and that topic we can subscribe and we can use it for many different systems. So that is what we are going to see today. So first I'll just create the account in Solace. It's a cloud based messaging software. So I'll just create the Solace cloud account. So console.solace.cloud. So here I'm just going to create an account. I'm going to create a trial account. So I'll fill my details. It's asking work email and I'll just give my Gmail ID. techlightningdemo@gmail.com. I'll fill some information. Company name, I'll just fill TechLightning. Phone number, I'll fill some value as this is for only for demo. And I'll fill my role and trial just to evaluate. We are going to evaluate this PubSub platform. Password, I'll just try to fill some password. So this is my login password for this Solace PubSub cloud. I'll just check this checkbox and I'll sign up the account. I'll type the retype the password again. So now I just click the sign up. So now the account is getting created. Once it's created, it will automatically log in to that particular platform. So now if you look at this one, right? So as I have logged in first time, it's leading me to some instruction material, right? I'll just close that. And under the mission control, so you just go to this cluster manager. Under the mission control, I just click this globe. And here if you see, all services it's 0. So currently there is no service. I'm going to create some service. Here developer enterprise is there. I'm just going to create a developer service and choose a cloud. There are different options of running our cloud, our broker into different cloud environment. As of now for this demo, I'll just choose AWS. And if you want to have a specific region, then you can choose the region. I'll just select as of now Asia Pacific Singapore and I'll just give OK. And the broker version it's 9.6 and it's a default. And service name, this is our broker service where we can, broker service is nothing but our messaging layer where we can send some message and we can subscribe some messages from the particular Solace PubSub platform. So now this particular broker service I'll just name like I'll name it like TechLightning broker service and I'll start the service now. So now we choose what is a cloud platform, which is AWS, and I've choose the region. I choose a APAC Singapore location, and also I've given the broker or the service name. So now the service is coming up. So it will take a couple of minutes. So once it started, we will be able to see in the same page itself the service is started. Once the service is started, what we will do is I'll just go to this notepad. So now what we have done is create Solace cloud account. So I just use my Gmail ID to create the account and I just logged in and we are doing this create service. So that is what it's happening now. So it will take at least 2-3 minutes because it has to spin up the environment in AWS region and it has to install the service. So once that is done, Now we will be able to see we will be landing in the same status page only, where it will show the service running status. Now the broker service is started now. So that is why we are in the status page where it's showing the service status is running, which means the service started successfully. And we will go to this connect page and click this Solace messaging, and there under the Solace messaging you have some connection detail, and similarly you have Solace web messaging, MQTT, REST and other detail. But mainly what we are going to do is we are going to connect as a messaging layer only. So we are going to connect from the MuleSoft to connect this platform and need this credential. So it's not only MuleSoft, for any integration tool, if you wanted to connect to Solace through JMS, you need these details to connect to Solace messaging. So I'll just copy this username and I'll put it into our notepad itself. Okay. So this is our username, colon, and then password is this one, which I'll note it down. And then there is something called message VPN. I'll just copy that. Message VPN colon, I'll just copy that name. So service, and then there is a secured SMF host. Okay, so there's a host name which I'll copy that as well. Okay, so I have copied all the relevant information. So what we have done, so the creating the service is complete. So I'll just make this to done, and then note down username, password, VPN URL. So this is also done. From the UI I copied this information because this is the one we will configure in our JMS configuration while connecting and sending the data. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a queue. I'll just go to this manage, and there is something called queue here. You just click queues, it will open a new window. Okay, so I'm using a browse, and I'm using a browser called Chrome here, and when I click this queues, right, and I'm able to see it's opening in an empty window. Okay, so I'll try to open the same platform in another browser which is working. So I'll just open this Microsoft Edge, where I'll just say Solace login, and I'll just say this one, PubSub cloud, right? So I'll just click this one, and the login we gave like email ID as techlightningdemo@gmail.com, and I gave some password for my login. I'll try to sign in now, because I'm having an issue while opening it from the Chrome. So that is why I'm just trying it from another browser. So you just go to the global one, and you will be able to see that service is running. You just click this one, and after that you just come to manage queues, and it will open properly. See, it's opening a page now. See here, as of now the queue is empty. I'm just going to create a queue, and I'll name this queue as test queue. Okay, and then I'll just create, and these are the queue settings. I'll just leave it default, and I'll just click apply, and this is my queue name. Okay, I'll just note down my queue name as well in my notepad. Queue name. So this is our queue name. Okay, and once we create the queue, associate topic to this queue, so that whenever the message published to this topic, queue can receive this message. For example, I'll just go to this diagram again. So what we have done is, as of now we have created a queue. Okay, so this subscriber we have created, and that one we need to associate it with some topic. Then only more than one subscriber can subscribe the message from topic, because we are going to send the message to topic only, and we are going to have many subscribers to subscribe the same message from the topic. So this subscriber or queue, it needs to be associated with some topic. So what I'm going to do is, we have created a queue, and we are going to associate a topic to this queue, so that whenever message published to this topic, queue can receive the message. So I'll just go to our Solace, and in the queue there is something called subscription. You just click subscription and click this add button, and here you can add a topic name. Here I'm going to add a topic name called test topic, and then I'll just click create. So under the test queue subscription, I have added a topic name. So I'll just note down this topic name as well. Topic name, I just gave it like test topic. So now this step also done. Okay, so now note down the JNDI details. So come back to your broker service and click Q. So here there is something called JMS JNDI. You just click that, showing JMS JNDI enabled. Go to the connection factory and copy this value. Copy this value. So that is a connection factory name. So I'll just note down that as well. Connection factory name. And this is also done. So what we have done now, configuration in Solace we have done. So I'll just make this also to done. So the first step alone done. So now what we are going to do is we are going to start with this one. So far what we have done is we have created an account, we have created a broker service, we have started the broker service, we also created a queue, and then we have associated that queue to some topic. And now we are going to configure Solace in the MuleSoft, because in the MuleSoft when you wanted to connect to Solace, we will be using a JMS connector. There we need to configure all the Solace related detail so that MuleSoft connect and talk to Solace in order to send the message or in order to receive the message. So that we are going to do a step number 2. I'll just create a new MuleSoft project and I'll just name this as a Solace messaging demo. And I'll just click finish. And here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to publish some message. I'm going to send that message from our postman so that it will reach here, and then from there we are going to use a JMS connector in order to send the data to Solace. So for that I'm just going to create a listener which is going to receive my incoming request, which I'll configure it with the default value. I'll just give OK, and then path I'll just set this as a publish. Okay, so then I'll just add logger for now. Okay, I have added a logger and I'll save this one. So now what I'll do is, in order to configure the Solace, we need to do few things. So we need to configure the required jars, all those stuff. So those things we are going to download it from the repository, and then we are going to download it into our project. As of now, if you look at our project, it is having HTTP jar because we have added this listener which is from the HTTP module. So that is why HTTP jar alone it's there. And also if you look at shared library, whatever it is required for HTTP, right? So those kind of things are there. Now what I'll do, and also we have a socket library because HTTP internally it will use socket as well. So those kind of things are there. So now we need to add something related to Solace, because Solace jar we need it, then only we can connect to Solace messaging platform. So in order to do that, I'm going to configure something in this POM XML. So here in the property, so this property section is to have some property value so that we can refer that in a below. For example, here the version is hard coded here, right? Instead I can configure it in the property and I can refer it with the dollar symbol. See here they are referring it like a Mule Maven plugin version. Maybe they have defined it here. So that's getting substituted here with the dollar symbol. So this is how the property will work. So I'm just going to configure some additional property. Whatever required, right, for the Solace related, I'll just I'm having it in this file which I'll copy. So mainly we are using some Solace version, Java X JMS version, JMS API version. So these three property I will copy it. Okay, I just copied it, and then under plugin, right? So you have something called build plugin where you have Maven plugin from the Apache, and other than that you have org mule tools Maven. Okay, so in this plugin, right, I'm going to add some more information. So under the plugin tag we are going to add a configuration, so which I have here. I'll just copy that and I'll just paste it in our pom.xml. I just pasted it. So this is mainly having the details about whatever the connector which we need, right? The JMS we need, because using a JMS only we are going to talk to Solace. And also we have some jars related to JMS and also something related to Solace as well. So mainly these three are related to Solace. So now we have configured the shared library. Now I'll just go back and we need to add some dependency. I'll just copy the dependency tags, and I'll paste it under the dependency section. See here, dependency section. By default, we have two dependency, which is HTTP connector and socket connector. We also need Solace related, which I copied. Solace system, Solace JMS, Solace common, Solace JCSMP, and the JMS connector related. Okay, so all the dependency I have added it, and also JMS connector. So these things I copied and pasted it. And one more thing we need to copy under the repository section. So as of now, there are two repository. One is from the exchange we are downloading, and also MuleSoft release repository is there. I'm going to copy the another repository, which is from the JBoss org Maven repository. Okay, I'll just copy that as well. So now whatever I have done, right, I've saved it. So if you see this project library, you'll be able to see a lot of things added now, which is related to the Solace jar or JMS API or JMS jar. So those kind of things, whatever we configured in a POM.xml, now it is available under our project as well. Okay, so now this project is having all the related thing. So now as I have added some configuration in POM.xml, I'll just verify this particular flow is working or not. I'll just open the postman in meanwhile, and I'm just going to localhost :8081, and I'm just going to give my endpoint as published, because that is what we configured. So we are going to publish some message. I'll just change this one to post, because as of now the request, right, whatever we are going to post, it will accept get and post, because the allowed method by default, it will allow get method and post method in MuleSoft. So that's why I choose post for now. So once I see the deployed, right, I'll just try to see here it's deployed. Now I'll try to publish it. See here 200 status it's coming, and I'll go and see the console. The entire data is getting printed, because in the logger we didn't configure anything. So whatever it is there in the Mule event structure, everything will get printed in the console. So this, after the POM related entry, we are still able to build the project without any issue. Okay, so I just wanted to show by adding a POM configuration, it's not impacting anything. Okay, so now we're going to add a JMS module. So JMS we have here, and I'm just going to add a publish. I'll just add a publish here. So now we need to configure the JMS related configuration. I'll just add this connector configuration. Here by default ActiveMQ is there. Go and change it to generic connection. And now we are going to configure whatever we have noted in our notepad, right? That we are going to configure. So this connection factory bean reference, I'll change it to inline. And here connection factory JNDI name. Come to your notepad where we have copied connection factory. This is the name. Okay, see, this is the one we copied under the JMS JNDI. Okay, so this thing you just copy. And this one you change it to simple JNDI name resolver. Simple JNDI name resolver. The JNDI initial factory, you just copy this jar, okay, this class file or class name. So you just copy the class name, and JNDI provider property, I'll just make it to edit inline. So if you wanted to send some additional property, right, so we need to use, we can add it. So I'm going to add a key. I'm just going to add a key called Solace VPN underscore JMS, and value, I'm just going to keep that value for VPN which we have copied. Username message VPN. So you have to copy the message VPN, and I'm just going to paste that. So when you create your account, this message VPN or the details, right, it will be different. So you have to copy your value only. And then JNDI provider URL. So we have a host name here, and we have a username and password. So when you give this value, right, JNDI provider URL, you have to give it in a specific format. So I'll just copy this host name, because the provider URL has specific syntax. So URL you just copy, which is a host name, and then username you just copy that and put it after TCPS : right, username, and then you just put : and copy the password, and after the username colon you just paste that, and then you add a @ symbol. Okay, so this is the way you have to configure the provider URL, and you just go to provider URL, you just copy that, and this data is not required, and connection. So now you have username and password, you need to configure, copy the username again, and password you just copy. Okay, now we have copied whatever it's required. I'll just do a test connection now. So now what it will do, based on the configuration, it will try to connect our Solace account. Okay, so it's saying JNDI lookup file and message VPN is unavailable. So I'll just go and check this key, right? I'm not sure, maybe it's Solace JMS VPN, I think. I'm just checking it. Okay, the key name, I'll just do a test connection again. See here, test connection is successful. So you have to give a property name like this. Okay, the key name like this, Solace underscore JMS underscore VPN, and then value. So now when we do a test connection, we are able to connect to the Solace environment. So now we have configured the required setup from our JMS connector in order to talk to Solace messaging layer. Now I'll just give OK. So once you have done that, right, so outside you have something called destination. So what we are going to do is, as part of this one, we are going to send the message to topic. So our topic name is test topic. So we have noted down that as well. I'll copy that and I'll paste the destination. And here it's a topic, so that I'll put a topic, and whatever message it's coming from the source, right, I wanted to print that same payload to this queue, or this topic, sorry, this topic, which is a test topic. So now what I'll do, I'll just I'll add a message also. So here message is published. Okay, and then I'll just say hash, and then I'll print the payload also. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. I'm save this one, and I'll just go to the listener to make little meaningful, right? I'll just go and change this advanced, and I'll just say post method. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post some message which is going to get posted to our Solace test topic through JMS configuration. Using this publish step, it's going to publish that to our Solace messaging. Okay, so now I'm just going to see the console. So whatever the changes we have done, it's reflected, because already I have started the project, right, initially without publish. Now whatever the changes we have done, that is also reflected. So now what I'm going to do is, and parallelly I'll just open this one, and I'll show queues, test queue. See here, the message queued is 0. So far we have not sent any message to this test queue. So now we are going to send some message so that this count will get increased. So what I'll do, I'll just send some message. I'll go to the postman, publish post method, and the body, I'll just send some data as a JSON message. I'll send it. I'll give a key like message colon, and the value I'll say this is the test message 1. Okay, this is the message, I'm going to publish it. Okay, and my time is 10:47, so I'll just put 10:47 PM as well, and I'm just going to publish this message. And see here, the 200 OK it came, and whatever the message we published, that is also coming back, because the payload it's coming back. So now it's giving 200, which means you have received the data. So I'm just going to see the log. So the log is saying message is published, so which means this step is executed successfully. So how do we know the message went successfully? I'll just go to this page, right? I'm going to refresh this page. I'll just click queues again, and I'll just click queue. See here, the message queued is 1. There is one message in the queue now. So this way, see here, message queued, you can click and see time is 10:47. See here, 10:48, right? So this is a message I have sent it. And this is about the message information, the overall content size, 62 bytes, all those stuff. So now whatever we have sent, that message, it's reached to our Solace platform. So we have configured from MuleSoft, and we have given information how to connect to our Solace platform. So we pass the username, password, and URL and other information, right? Using which it's able to send the message to Solace. So now what I'm going to do is, so now I'll just go to this notepad again. So what we have done now, configure the Solace is done, because this is what we have done it in the POM XML, right? So that is done, and publish the message also done. So we have configured the topic and then test topic in our MuleSoft, and we have sent the message from postman. It's reaching, correct? So it's done. So if I wanted to send some more message, right, I can send it. I'll change this message to, this is the test message 2 at 10:49 p.m. Okay, I'll just click send, set sent, and I'll just go and show you in the summary. Earlier it's 1. I'll just click again. I'll come to that page. We'll be able to see 2. See here, there are 2 messages already reached to this particular queue. So now this queue, it's already subscribed. That whenever the data coming to this topic, right? So what we are doing is, we are in our configuration, right? We are sending to test topic only. We are not sending to queue. So we are sending to test topic only. But this test topic, it's added in a configuration of test queue subscription. So whenever any message is coming to this topic, this test queue will receive a message. So that is why you are able to see the message under the queue. So now the message queue size also coming. So this many MB data, right? 0.006 MB data is coming overall with these 2 message volume. And now, and also message queue, you will go and see, you will have 2 messages, one at 10:47 and another one at 10:49. So now what we have done is, we have done the publish message, it's done, and we have verified from the Solace platform as well. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to consume the message. We published 2 message, right? I'm going to consume that message. How we will do? So this publish, it's just to publish the message to any messaging provider. Because here JMS, we have configured our Solace. Similarly, you can configure any other JMS provider as well. So now I'm just going to receive some message. I'm going to use this on new message. So whenever there is a message, I wanted to pick it up. So in order to do that, I'll just create a new flow. In the same project, I'll create another configuration file, Mule configuration file, where I'll say this project name or file name as a subscribe. I assume this is information. Okay, subscribe some information. I'll just say, or I'll just say this is a test queue, right? So I'll just say test queue itself, or any name. So this is just a demo. I'm just keeping some name for our configuration file. Okay, so this is our configuration file. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to use JMS on new message. Any message coming to the queue, right? I wanted to subscribe it. So I'll just select the configuration which we already configured in a project, and destination I'll say test queue, because then the queue there are 2 messages now. So I'll just take it from the queue, and in the queue consumer type queue consumer, I'll just select queue consumer and test queue. So now what we are doing is, I'll go to that image again. So we have sent the message to test queue, which is we have published to the topic only. So the first example, right? In this one, what we have done in the publish, we have sent to test topic. So if you assume this image, MuleSoft is a publisher, and from that particular application, we have sent to topic. And from there, we have a subscriber, the test queue, right? Now we wanted to subscribe it from the test queue. So that is what we are doing it here. So similarly, if somebody wants to subscribe from the same thing, they can have another queue, and from there also they can subscribe it. So now I'm going to subscribe it. So once I subscribe, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to write or send it to any downstream system. Simply I'll just add a logger just to show we are able to subscribe the message. So here I'll just say subscribe the message, and then I'll just put that payload. So whatever we subscribe, right? So I'll just put that message. I'll save this one and go to console. So now we have created a configuration XML, right? Which is added, and the project is already running. So whatever the changes we have done, it's getting deployed. So now if you look at this one, it subscribe the message. This is the second message. If you scroll little up, that's the first message also. So this particular subscribe test queue flow, right? And this particular flow subscribe the message. So what has happened? We sent it and it has been subscribed as well. So I'll go to this message, right? And message queued is 0, because whatever message we have sent, right, already it has been subscribed. So now what I'll do, I'll just send one more message, because now everything is running, right? So I didn't change anything, so I'll just save anyway. So I'm going to send some message so that immediately I'm going to receive it, right? So I'll just go to console. Even if I wanted to clear, I'll just clear this one, so that whatever we see, right, it will come. So I didn't change anything, I just saved it because I accidentally may have done something. So I'll clear this one. I have cleared the log. Now I'm just going to publish another message. So we'll just try to change some message, right? I'll just try to take some other sample from internet itself. Sample JSON online. Okay, see here. Oh, this JSON is a little big, and I'll just take something else. Yeah, see here, there's only one user ID information, which I'm going to publish it. So I'm just going to send this data. I have published it. See here, I have published it. 200 OK. So now I'll just go and see the console, and you will be able to see this message. Message is published. So that is what we are doing in this particular flow, right? And similarly in the subscribe flow, we have added this logging. Subscribe the message. See, you are able to see the message subscribed. So this way we can create a project in order to send the message to Solace, and also using the on new message you can receive the message as well. So main thing is, whatever we are configuring in the POM XML, we need to configure the required connectors and other information, so that we will have all the configuration jars downloaded for our project, using which it will try to talk to that particular Solace with our credential, and it will drop the message to Solace. So why we use Solace? Because some of the organization, they will use some messaging platform in order to subscribe the data. For example, I'm receiving a data which is from upstream system, which I need to pick it up, I need to publish to the topic. And this Solace is JMS enabled, so any system, even you have a Java application or any other application, can talk to that particular system via JMS, and they can subscribe the message. So this is kind of a messaging middleware, Solace. If anybody wants to publish or send or receive some messages, they can use that platform to send or receive the data. Thank you. Hi, thank you for watching this video so far. If you like the video, please share it with your friends, and also subscribe to this Tech Lightning channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.